My name is Francisca. I'm a finance professor and the director of the Office of Academic Equity. The office is new, and at this stage we are working on our strategic plan. We already have something that we believe is an exciting and ambitious vision. Our vision is to be known as the office that has endorsed and promoted equity and inclusion as the driver of excellence. To develop our strategic plan, we are preparing a survey and we are also having some conversation. The video I would like to share with you is the result of the conversation we had with the African American Man group. The group, before showing you the video, I want to add that the group is very small. We only have about 2.6% of our students that are African American, 2.6% for undergraduate or graduate, and the number reflects new enrollment as of fall 2018. So 2.6% of graduate students, for instance, that's only 11-12 students. The video is centered around three areas, three themes. The first one is student well-being, the second one, academic support, and the third one, life skill.
My name is McCreary. I'm a recent graduate from the MBA program. When I first was accepted to the program, I was homeless. I had just graduated my undergrad, and I was trying to decide, am I going to stop going to school and go to work because I don't have anywhere to live? Am I going to just break totally down and go to the mental hospital? No. I decided that my determination and my will was much stronger than giving up. So I just maintained, I adapted to my situation the best way I could. And my motivation and determination brought me all the way through. I would follow those events, and after the events, there would be leftovers. And I would ask, is it okay if we take the leftovers? And then I would go get all the students that I could find that were hungry, that might be hungry. And we'd go and eat the leftovers. I wasn't the only one. There was a whole lot of students that, were suffering and going through some of the things that I was going through.
Especially African American students. The housing insecurity and food insecurity at its all-time high.
The main thing would be probably is to identify those people that are in need, and how could we help them.
One of my biggest jobs, one of my responsibilities here is to make sure people don't fall through the cracks.
Because we know if you don't have a great place to live or some food to eat, how would you be able to be successful here at the university?
Me, I was fortunate enough to get housing, and that was a blessing. But a lot of these students are not going to be as fortunate. So I believe maybe a discounted dormitory situation or something, whereas they can receive some type of a stipend or something to assist them.
In the CSU, 46% of the students are reporting food insecurity. In the CSU, the same study showed that close to 11%, 10.9% exactly, of our students have experienced homelessness.
My name is Brighton Orca. I am currently a fourth year here in the College of Jack Brown. I am a finance major and I'm intended to graduate in spring 2019. Well, towards selecting my major, I wasn't directly sure in it because my family tended thought that I was intending going towards computer science, but my sister, she saw that I had more of a business mindset, and that was the field I was more heading to. So that's when I decided to choose my major towards that. Fast forward in towards when I started taking classes here at Jack Brown. The classes were good, the professors, they all had a genuine to teach. There were classes I struggled in, of course, that I didn't understand, and during those classes I would attend the professor's office hours to learn the material more, or if I missed a day I had to go. There are those that always try to mentor that where the students can come back to them for anything, while the others that aren't, I would say capable, but don't feel the need to do that. And I feel like something should be improved on.
You know, because sometimes, you know, it's mistakes you'll make along the way that you don't have to if you talk to Marlo, Lawrence, Prince, you know, Dr. Beard, right?
How do you decide, well, I'm going to teach, I'm a finance professor too, finance 435 this quarter instead of finance 430? How did you make those decisions? Who helped you here to navigate?
Go and talk to the advising center here, Student Success Center, meet one of the advisors, and they'd help me develop an academic plan based on what I'd like to take. I would go once a quarter or whenever I had any questions. So even if I already went, if I had a question about something, I would go right away.
And we can provide leadership counseling to our students in a program such as that would get them benefits such as resume building, confidence building.
Because usually interest will end up devising a plan on what they want to do.
That's correct. That's correct.
Kind of like giving an overview and presenting something like from it may take longer for the meeting, but like for each concentration, kind of like showing them, okay, this is something they do, and how do you feel about it? Kind of getting getting into their mind of the student, so you can devise what would be best for them.
Mental health is really big, just because, you know, a lot of students, you know, they go through a lot of things, worrying about job security, where they're going to live, you know, some get depressed, and we have those services for them, so it all ties in to what we're talking about here today.
Don't major in something that you wouldn't want to do the rest of your life. Pick something that you would enjoy doing, that you like.
Right, that makes sense. That's make a lot of sense. The video show you a lot of comments made by students, but not everything has been recorded. So I have prepared one list of additional support that the students are requesting. And this list show that students are asking for information session with their parents or with their significant others. Students would like to have more information and more explanation about the activities that are organized on campus and how we view those activities as beneficial for them. They would like to have more conversation about race, about genders. They feel they need and will benefit to have more African American on campus so they can have more face-to-face interaction. They state that feedback from their peers about both their academic and non-academic questions will be very beneficial. Students would like support in identifying, applying, and securing position on campus. They need more information about finance, their health, their wellness, and socioeconomic emotional support. They believe that more advising will be instrumental to their success. African American men express that some faculty members, some staff members, some students have negative judgment about African American men based on how they look,